No, I'm not down at all. I'm just hot. And also, I just did a set. I just did a 15 bench press. I did. I told you right before I come on to stream, I usually do a quick set of something. It gets the adrenaline pumped up. It gets the air flowing. It gets me worked up to be on stream. Every single stream I do that now, right before. Okay, I think we saved and readjusted all of the volume levels now, I hope. We'll have to see when someone does either a $10 tip or a 100 kick, or if someone does a sub on kick, we'll see how it sounds, okay? Okay. Why do I say that Silent Hill F has bad combat and the others have good combat? I didn't say that. I never said that. See, people love to misquote me. I said this game has a bad combat system. I never said, oh, all the combat of the originals was good. The combat of the originals also was very frustrating and clunky, but that was done on purpose to make the game tense. By having clunky combat with not good responses, having limited ammo and aim that's not so great, the game became scary. See what I'm saying? Now, literally, you are a fucking melee monster. You can insta-dodge with bullet time every single attack in the game, and you can do supercharged swings, counter hits, combos, transform into a were-demon and rip the fucking enemies to shreds. That's not Silent Hill. At all. Because it's not scary. I just don't get it. Why people don't understand this, that the game is not scary, so it's not horror. See? Just because there's a bunch of gore in the game doesn't mean it's horror. No, again, people have played it on hard and told me it is still not challenging. On hard, there's only two differences on hard difficulty. Number one, there's you hit for less damage. Number two, the enemies hit for more damage. So literally, all you do is exactly the same combat and hit the enemy more, and you win anyway. It's not like there's more enemies or different enemy placement. It's not like there's a dramatic decrease of items. None of that. At all. It's just they hit for more, you hit for less. That's it. So it's not a hard game, I'm telling you. Again, you like to blame me. No, I didn't make the fucking game not horror, okay? I didn't make you transform into a fucking demon. That was the game developer. Stop trying to blame me for everything on planet Earth because you're pathetic and you want to suck balls. Stop sucking Konami's balls. They really don't deserve it. Konami is not the company to deserve your ball suckage. All right? There's other companies out there that do better. Stop sucking Konami's balls. They really don't deserve it here. Okay? Yeah, you're right. I should have kept the AC in. I trusted the weather. The weather said, I'm not kidding. 5 days ago, the weather updated and said all week in the 60 degrees Fahrenheit, rain every day. Literally, it was like 80% chance of rain. Rain. And I was like, oh, that's typical fall weather here. Perfect. So I took the air conditioner out and we had 1 day of rain and then we had sun. Like motherfucker. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're so stupid. Archmage says, did you hear that LTG spent an hour obsessing over your physique? Yes, I mean, that's what homosexuals do. They obsess over the physical looks of the same gender. So, I mean, you're seeing a pattern here, right? You're starting to see a pattern here. I got guys trying to invite me to pay my way to fly me to Florida to hang out with them at a bar. And then I got a guy who just talks about my looks for an hour on his stream. You see the running pattern here, right? Alrighty then. The best part about that is that he was on a stream and all people wanted him to do was watch the clip of me from Monday night's Truck Sim where I was talking about how he tried to scam Kick. Kick caught his scam and said, well, we paid you all that money you scammed us out of. Now you owe it to us. So he has to work for Kick for months and earn no money. He's basically paying back money he stole. And as long as he does that, they will not prosecute him. So that's what he's doing right now. So that's the only clip. People say, oh, here's a clip. React to it. He starts reacting to it. Immediately, he starts talking about my hair, my looks. Everyone's like, what? No, we wanted you to react to the part about the Kick scam that he says. And he doesn't, like, he glosses over it. And when he then addresses it, he apparently changes his story from his original story of what he told like a month ago about it. So everyone's now like, yeah, he's lying for sure because he's telling two different stories already. So obviously this is not correct. And really what's happened is he's tried to scam Kick. Kick caught him. And now he owes like $8,000 to Kick. And he has to stream for free on Kick. And any revenue he makes is going to this deficit that he owes them. Okay? So anyway, yeah, he basically is reacting to that clip. And he just starts talking about everything about how I look. And everyone is like, what the fuck is, like, what is going on with this guy? He is so obsessed with dude's looks. It makes no sense at all. Zero. Then he starts talking about playing me in Street Fighter. The clip had nothing to do with Street Fighter. At all. Nothing. Zero. I wasn't talking about Street Fighter. So he's like, oh, this guy's obsessed with me to want to play me in Street Fighter. The clip has nothing to do with that. I'm not talking about that. He brings it up. Then he's like, oh, now he has to pay me $50,000 to play me in Street Fighter. No one said anything about Street Fighter. So you see what I'm saying? Like, this guy is so crazy obsessed about shit. So number one, he knows he can never beat me in Street Fighter. Therefore, he tries to make impossible qualifications for me to play him ever, right? It gets worse. So first it was $5,000. Now it's $50,000. Now you got to do 2 bench presses of 315 pounds and 2 squats of 315 pounds. None of this has to do with Street Fighter whatsoever. Nor did I even bring up or challenge him in Street Fighter. But this is what he all says on his stream. So everyone's just left with their jaw dropped. Like, what just happened? Like, he got ultra triggered because Phil just brought up this whole kick thing, this kick scam that he tried to pull. That's absolutely amazing. Like, he basically completely exposes himself publicly that he basically did it, or else why would he react like that? So anyway, yeah, he's gay. He's pretty gay. Or else why would he be acting like that about me? Listen, dudes do not normally talk about dudes' looks at all. All right? There's a few exceptions. If a guy looks completely flamboyantly weird, he'll bring it, oh man, that guy looks kind of weird, right? Or if it's like a running joke, like I have a running joke about John Stamos. It's always been a running joke. I think I've brought that up since the beginning of my days making content, that John Stamos is the guy, the hot guy, right? Like that's the stereotypical hot guy that I bring up in my content. It's a joke. It's not real. It's just something that I bring up every once in a while, right? This guy seriously brings up dude looks all the time. Like, it's like every chance he gets, he's got to say that the guy looks like what does he call him? I don't even know what this means. This may be racially offensive or something. He calls him a squeegee. I don't know what that means. So if that's offensive, I apologize. I have no idea what that statement actually means. But he says this. He's like, oh, they're squeegees. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. But then he immediately will go on a giant tirade about looks, about the guy doesn't work out. That's another thing he said. He actually said, just listen to this. This is a good one. I have stage fright walking into a gym. No, I have money so I can buy weights for my own home. I don't have to go to a gym. Like literally, what is a gym membership? $20 a month, something like that. So in a year, what's that, $240? I spent more than $240 just on the weights. All right? I have money. So I can actually exercise from the comfort of my own home, which is better than going to the gym. Right? You go to the gym if you're poor. If you need to do the stupid discounted $15 a month gym membership, and then you jump on the machine that smells like shit that everyone else exercised on, then you work out at the gym. Right? Or if maybe if the gym is on the way home from your work, right? You have a commute and you're commuting back home and the gym's on the way. All right, this makes more sense for me to just stop and exercise on the way home. Okay. But if you can afford a home gym, why would you not build your own home gym? Okay, spoiler alert, my dad used to be he tried to bodybuild. Now, he never went anywhere with it, but he was building up a weightlifter style body because he actually worked at a shipping company, okay? And so he wanted to have muscles to use at his work, and he had a home gym. He's like, I want to go to the gym with everyone else working out. I want to be able to use my workout stuff whenever I want to, okay? So why would you not want that? Why would you want to go to the gym? That's insane. Like, LTG actually thinks I'm afraid to like exercise in front of other people. No, I'm not. I just don't want to give my detractors ammo because you know that how fucked up they are, which is something he would understand too. But why am I going to do it in public when I can easily do it at home and get the same exact workout? The other thing is, this is hilarious. He actually thinks I'm broke because he says my camera quality is bad. Does my camera quality look bad? You can see the fucking wrinkle lines on my forehead. You can see all the detail in my face, my beard. He says, why does he have a low definition camera? I don't. Hey, LTG, I don't. You're an idiot who watches detractor clips. The detractors rip my shit at low quality, and that's what you're watching, and you're so incredibly fucking stupid. You actually think you're watching my raw video at high quality. I stream at 1440p. I'm higher quality than most people who stream right now. Your camera actually looks way worse than mine because I've seen your raw quality and it's ass. He also made fun of my setup back here. He made fun of the setup and he goes, what's all that shit behind him? Like, yeah, you want to know what this is called? It's called a set because I have a studio that I broadcast from to make entertaining content for my audience. Do you want to know what he broadcasts from? It looks like the spare bedroom at his grandma's house. He has nothing behind him but a cat tree that every once in a while his cat's in. All his walls are completely blank, white. Nothing visually appealing whatsoever. I think he thinks he's the visual appealing thing. He's not. I hate to tell him this. He's not too visually appealing anymore, especially now he's getting up there in age like me. He's not that visually appealing anymore. He's got nothing to look at on his stream at all. It's empty. It's an empty fucking bedroom. Like I've said before, it looks like at any moment, his grandmama is going to knock on the door and say, hey, take out the trash, bitch. Like at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Nothing. And then he says, here's the best part. He says, I'm broke. You know what he said? He said, there's no way that he could even make like, what did he say? Like $5,000 all year on Kick? This guy literally lives in an alternate fucking reality. Should I really tell him? Should I tell him how much? See, because here's the thing, and here's what LTG doesn't understand. My contributions are real. So every time that you see someone drop some subs, drop some kicks, whatever it is, it's real. It's not like his 3,900 subs that he has on his screen that most are fake. It's all things he gifted himself or they're fucking Argentinian or whatever the hell. They're all fake. So the reason that the guy is a bum and he's broke and he's streaming from an empty room is because he has no money. The reason he has to go to the gym every day is because he has no money to get a home gym. He has no money for anything. He's paying child support and he's barely making by, scraping by. He owes $8,000 to Kick for the scam he pulled. So he's in debt there. He's trying to earn back. He's broke. And then he has the audacity to say to me that I don't make money. I make more money than LTG. What a shock, because my income is real. But this is things that he'll never understand because his little pea-sized walnut brain would never comprehend reality. He lives in this fantasy world where he is the center of everything. The world revolves around him. And he is the center, end-all, be-all. He literally pays no attention to me, but then he tries to talk shit. He has no idea what he's talking about. He has a far worse setup, a far worse set, way less money, way more debt. He's fucked. So, I'll call him Burt Reynolds and, say that he's ugly or whatever. Well, you know what? Maybe I am, but you know what? I'm way better off than that motherfucker. Because the truth is, I've said this before and I'll say it again, LTG is the lolcow's lolcow. Like, there are people who are lolcows, but what they do is when they want to have a good day, they turn on an LTG stream, or not even, they turn on an LTG detractor video, and they have a good laugh. They say, hey, my life's fucked up, but at least I ain't this fucking loser. Like, holy shit, dude. Anyway, let's get set up for Silent Hill, shall we? Now, that's going to be clipped to high heaven. That's going to be sent to him. I can't wait to see the next react he does. I can't wait to see, because he doesn't understand, this is comedy gold to me, too. I'm laughing my ass off. The last 2 days, all of LTG's detractor videos were me in the thumbnail either flexing like this or my O face and LTG reacting, crying and screaming. It's too good. It's just too good. So there you go. Oh, by the way, LTG, these are real contributions. These are things that you should probably try to get used to rather than your phantom contributions that come in every now and then. Ooh, someone dropped me 100 candies. Again, the guy's not gay, but he calls his contributions candies. Like someone is feeding him candy. Ooh, candies. Thanks, everyone. You gave Mr. Sparrow candies tonight. And then they're not real. Anyway, thanks for the contributions, guys. Let's get those up on the leaderboard and let's get started with Silent Hill. Good stuff. We thoroughly embarrassed LTG tonight. This is going to be clipped to high heaven and put all over the internet overnight, I'm sure. Let's go ahead. Oh, yes, Mr. Sparrow. He actually changed his name legally to Sparrow. He thought that was a good move. That changed my name from a real name to a little Tweety bird that eats candies on stream. That he thought that was cool. And then he talks about dudes' looks all day. Oh, anyway, did a $2 super chat. He says, Black Johnny Bravo gets no love in these streets. He's just an idiot. Like, all he had to do was never talk about me, but no, he had to be stupid and talk shit about me for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And then finally I clapped back and he just bitches out constantly. Constant bitch. No, I did not see a clip of him describing how amazing an all-men orgy would be. That I did not see. I've only seen recent stuff. I have not delved into the decade of horrible lore about LTG. I feel like that would probably be not very good for me to do for my own mental health. You know what I'm saying? But maybe someday, who knows? Dale Hader did a $5 super chat, and he's just basically saying more stuff. So I know that's nonsense, so I'm just going to ignore that. Okay. Well, there we go. Save Us GTA says, what if we got 100 legit gifted subs tonight to show LTG? Yeah, why don't we get 100 real subs tonight? Instead of his 100 candies that aren't real, why don't we get 100 real subs tonight? And we say, gee, who makes more money, bitch? Who actually makes more money? Someone who works hard and actually gets legit support, or the idiot who fucking makes up half of his support or more? You know, the guy who's still in debt to fucking kick for like probably the next 5 months. Okay. And again, when he plays games, his setup is a box that's shrunken into the corner and up in the corner, and it's actually fuzzy and not very good at all. I'm in fucking full 1080p 60 frames per second with a background removal tool, and he says my setup looks worse than his. He is the most delusional motherfucker on the planet. He really is. He's nuts. Again, he watches a detractor's clip that's like 480p, and he goes, oh, his setup looks bad. No, you're just a brainless idiot. You're a twit. And I could do 4K because somebody said, isn't my camera 4K? It is. We tried it. And people said that it didn't look that much more different. Because, you know, I'm not going to do full screen 4K. I shrink it. They said it didn't look that much different, but it only does 30 frames. So people preferred the full 60 frame movement to the 30 frame 4K camera. So that's why my camera is lower res. I could do 4K if I wanted, but people actually voted against it and wanted the higher frame rate. Did a $2 super chat. He said he scammed Kick. How does he have a job that's bad? So basically what happened was, you know, there's his word against what everyone thinks happened. But the thing is, he infamously has fake contributions coming in. He actually believes or says he has 4,000 active subscriptions across all services. Do you really think 4,000 fucking subs are legit? No, he doesn't have 4,000 subs. He probably has at most 1,000 subs across everywhere he streams, if that. 3,000 are faked, meaning he gives them to himself. He uses that Argentinian shit where you pay almost nothing for them to make it look like he's getting tons of subs and he's getting really none. But basically, what he did on Kick, or what someone did on Kick, they gifted him like 1,600, so 1,600 subs on Kick. Then one of two things happened. Either someone charged them back, meaning there was a refund, or the other possibility is that, again, they used the VPN Argentinian nonsense to try to fool Kick or something, and Kick detected it, and then Kick called him out. And what he claims happened is Kick tried to actually charge back his bank account, and he froze that transaction. So now what they're saying is, basically, this is how he changed his story. Now he's saying that they gave him a negative balance in his partner dashboard. So I have a dashboard right now that says, here's what you're making on Kick every stream, every day. His says like negative $8,000 because someone gave him these and then charged them back or whatever it is. So he lost all that revenue, but they paid it to him. See, they gave him $8,000 and he thought he was going to keep it. He thought, oh, they paid me, so I made out. I'm going to make out home free, right? And then they basically hit him with $8,000 bill on his account. So now to make any money on Kick, he actually has to stream for free. Anything he makes on Kick with subs or kicks goes to this deficit that he owes, okay? Now, the best part about it is, if he doesn't stream, they could just sue him. And I bet you they would. I bet you they would sue him and be like, no, you owe us $8,000. You can't just cut and run, you know? Now, this is what people are saying is, if this was the case, and it is what he says it is, and the person charged back and it wasn't really him doing it, then why is Kick going after him, right? Because that's true. Let's say, for example, someone was committing fraud. You go after the person who committed fraud. They're legally on the hook for it, not the person who's the streamer. So it almost feels like they have evidence that it was actually him who did it, and that's why they're going after him. But there's no way we'll ever know any of this. You know, Kick's never going to disclose that information. He's obviously never going to disclose that information. So anyway, yeah. So he's literally streaming at a deficit until he pays back 8K. How long do you think that's going to take him on Kick? So he'll probably be doing it for months and months before he makes a dime back. Okay. Well, there you go. Someone tipped $2 and said, I went to check out his stream out of morbid curiosity. His chat archive doesn't move at all. He streams to no one. No, that's the thing. If he has all these viewers that it says he has, if he has all these subs, why is no one watching his streams? Where are they? So it's all fake. For him, it's like, for some bizarre reason, there's like some kind of big important ego he has to satiate, think that he's successful and popular when he's not. You know, like me, do you ever hear me say I'm hugely successful or popular? I'm not. I've told you guys, I'm a little rinky-dink dude, you know, but I don't inflate my numbers and lie. You guys see publicly what I've got. Right now, what do I got? 100 people on YouTube, 150? Let's look. 214. What do I got on Kick right now? Like 60? 87? Oh, actually, my numbers were bigger than I thought. So I got about 300 people watching me. You know, I'm happy with that. I'm not expecting, you know, ginormous amount of people who are going to watch me or anything. But this dude just straight up constantly lies about who's watching his content. He inflates it. All of his views on his streams, he inflates his fucking sub number. For what? Everyone makes fun of you constantly. Why do you bother? Right? Because the thing is, all that costs him. He's got to pay for the view botting. He's got to pay for the fake subs. Why does he bother? Why does he waste his time? He's a loser. It's the only explanation, right? Anyway. All right, he did another super chat. He says, LTG is the biggest crash out dummy on the net. Well, there you go. All right. We actually have to start with the game now, folks. I know this has all been very fun and probably, honestly, more fun than the game's going to be tonight. But we do have to begin with the game tonight, so let's begin. Thanks for 81 bucks of support. Let's keep that going and let's hit the goal tonight. Did 100 kicks. Thank you. Let's get that on the leaderboard. So now we're 82 of support. Okay, are we ready? Let's go.